All right, let's get into terminologies. The first word we're getting into is bullish. Pretty simple. Bullish basically means uptrend. What's an uptrend? A series of higher highs and higher lows. What is that? So let's get the drawing tool out real quick. So from here, this is a higher high, higher low. So this low is higher than the previous low, and then a higher high, and then a higher low, and then a higher high, and then a higher low. Hearing that can probably confuse you, but look, this low higher than this low, and then this low is higher than this low. This high higher than this high, this high is higher than this high. So this is a bullish uptrend. Pretty simple. It goes the same way for the next word. Bearish, same exact thing. Lower highs by lower lows. So how can we do that right here? We haven't had that many, but because we've been uptrending, but let's find a bearish trend right now. For example, here. So right here we have a high, then a low, and then a lower high, and then a lower low, and then a lower high, barely, right? Lower, barely lower than the high, previous high, but lower high, and then lower low, and then here the trend flipped bullish because it made a new what? A higher high. You're getting what I'm putting down, right? Pretty simple. You look at the chart, you'll start to understand that. You'll start to read it better, right? You don't really need that just trading every single day because it's very visual, right? If we're going up, that's an uptrend. Pretty simple. It's very visual. You don't need to really count higher highs and higher lows like that. Depends on your strategy if you need to count that or not. I don't. And the next word is high of day. Pretty simple. You grab the day. What's the high of the day? The high of day is right here. This is high of day. What happened? We rejected high of day here. You could do that as a strategy, playing tops and bottoms. So what that is high and low of day. You could use these as key levels. I'll go over that in the next couple sections. But right here you can see the low and high of this day. You can have them act as resistance and you can play off of it. I don't really do that, but I know a couple people that do and make it work. Next word is all-time high, and yearly low. It's in the name, right? All-time high. The all-time high of that specific stock, ETF, currency, whatever you're looking at, future. So right here, this is the all-time high of ES, which is the futures variant of the S&P 500. So this is the all-time high, 6650. 5,066.50 is the all-time high, which is also the yearly high. The all-time high can be the yearly high, but the yearly high can't be the all-time high. Because just because this is the yearly high, maybe 3 years ago we were up here. Make sense? Next one, price opening lower than where it closed previously. That's called a gap. So how we can show that the best is right here a couple days ago. So the market gap, the market closed price right here. End of New York session, market closed right here. A lot of people call this PCP, previous closing price. And then what's the gap? The gap is when it dumps or pumps a large amount downwards and upwards and creates like an imbalance in between where that gap has to get filled. So a lot of people wait for this to pump upwards, and then once it hits that previous closing price, they short that, they take a quick scalp. I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. But right here you can see as soon as it touched it, it consolidated, then dumped out of it. You could have done that, but I don't do that. Another gap is right here. This is a long gap. So the gap is, let's get the line out real quick. The gap's right here. The market closed here. Next time we dump into it, we enter longs. I don't get that mistaken. I don't trade this strategy. It's just I'm explaining how people would trade it. Market dumps into the first 5 minutes of open, pumps up, you take your profit. You could use that as a strategy. Free bonus for y'all right there if you want to go back test it and study yourself. But that's basically what a gap is. Gaps can also happen on any time frame. It's just where that candle closed has a gap in between it from the next candle that opens. That's pretty much what a gap is. Next one is power hour. Power hour happens a lot. This is when people come back from lunch, their lunch break, and the market becomes volatile again. Because in the middle of the market, this section right here, a lot of the time, it's dead. very low volatility until power hour. And then power hour, the volatility kicks back in like it's the beginning of the day. It starts trending. Right here, you can see markets consolidating here. Power hour kicks in. We pump up, and then out of nowhere with hella volatility, dump, boom, it happens. That's it with terminologies. Yes, there's a lot more terms you could learn, but this is the basics, and you'll learn the other ones along the way on your trading journey. Next section is what's futures, how to set it up, and how I can get you started trading. What are futures? Futures are a contract that allow you to trade something at a predetermined price. So let's say right now, ES is at 5,000. And then the future contract variant would be like 5,100. It's the future price of it that you're leveraging. They're very liquid. They're easy to get in and out of. Unlike options, they're open for longer. They're not just open for like a certain amount of hours a day. They're open 23/6. So 23 hours of the day for 6 days a week. Why do futures exist? Let's say you're a coffee bean farmer, okay? And the season just ended. You have $100,000 laying around. Because the season just ended, you made a nice $100,000 from selling all your coffee beans. What do you do with that money left over? You want to hold it, or do you want to invest it back into coffee beans and let it move with the market? So you buy the future price of coffee. So you put that into the coffee bean future. Let's say the price of the coffee future costs $100, and you put $100,000 into that. So now what you could do is you could leverage or hedge your position into the next season. And let's say it costs now $110. You, as a coffee bean owner, made $10,000 just from holding your beans. You could have held physical beans through the season and not sold any of it, or you could have invested it into the coffee bean future and made the same return. That's the whole reason why futures are made. You could do that with orange juice, you could do that with cattle, you could do that with anything. What I do it with is the S&P 500. Hopefully that explains a little bit on how futures works. You don't really need to know all the technicals on this. Just trade it how you regularly trade the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and QQQ. Pretty simple. An example of a future is ES. So for ES, this is what I personally trade. I don't trade anything else. The tick size is 0.25 cents per tick. What does that mean? If you enter the trade at 5,000, the future contract moves up a tick. The tick is 0.25. So then it would be at $50,000.25. It moves in 0.25 increments, okay? So 50, 0.75, etc. 0.25 increments is what it moves in. The daily limit, none. You can trade as much as you want. Trading hours, I already went over that. It's 23/6. Value per tick. So it's $12 per tick. So what I just drew right there, $5,000 and $5,000.25. That one tick makes you $12.50. $1. So if it goes up $1, so if your entry price is 5,000 and it goes up to 5,001, you made $50 with one contract. That's how it is. If you had two contracts, then it would be 100 with two contracts. So it's leveraging the S&P 500.
So you want to start trading with Apex Trader Funding. I'll go over everything in this video. Before we start the video, all I'm going to say is that Apex is the best platform out there to trade with. Number one, they're affordable. And number two, they do give consistent payouts and they do have a very good reputation. And the rules are pretty easy to follow. First, go over what Apex Trader Funding is, and then I'll go over on how to set up your account. To start off, what is Apex Trader Funding? Apex Trader Funding is a company where they give you a certain amount of capital to trade with. Yes, the accounts on Apex Trader Funding and any other platform out there are simulated accounts. They'll never put you in a live account unless you're withdrawing multi six figures a month and they will reach out to you. I don't know if they do, but realistically, that's the only way they'll put you on a real live account. Besides that, they'll keep you on a simulation account. And if you're consistently making profits on your PA account, not gambling, sticking to your plan, Apex will pay you out. They have no problem paying out profitable traders. So the fact that you're on a simulated account versus a live account doesn't really make a difference because you get the money either way. They make so much money from the 99.9% of traders that fail and continue buying evaluation accounts, blowing them up and quote gambling. That's where they make a majority of their money from. And they do make a lot of money from that 90-10 profit split from the profitable traders. Also, who knows, they might be copying trades from the top 0.01% of traders out there onto private accounts on their back end. So they make a lot of money as it is, so they can afford to pay you 10K here, 2K here, 3K here, because they're making multiple six figures a month, with the unprofitable traders gambling. And on this YouTube channel, I'm highly against gambling. I teach you guys how to properly trade, and I go over a set strategy that works. There's only one step to complete before you get funded. The best deal to buy is the 50K account. The 50K account has the best drawdown to take profit ratio and is one of the cheapest ones. Since everyone on my Discord and I all use the 50K account, I'm gonna continue this video talking about the 50K account. So your profit goal on the evaluation is 53K, and you have at least 7 days to pass the evaluation account to become funded. You can pass it in under 7 days. So what you could do is, if you pass it in 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, for example, let's say you pass it in 3 days, those other 4 days you have to trade, you just take one random trade throughout the day with one MES contract. So you take $1 profit, $1 loss. You don't care. You've already passed the eval. So you just would take one random trade for that day to count as a trading day. And remember, if you do blow up an account, please remember to go to your dashboard and cancel that account subscription, or else you will be charged next month for the account you literally just blew up. So your profit goal on the evaluation is 53K. You have to reach that without hitting the trailing threshold of 2.5K. And how does the trailing threshold work? The trailing threshold is determined by the peak balance that your account's been at. So if you've been at $52,000 on your account, your trailing threshold is 49,500, negative 2.5K from the peak. Doesn't matter if you're not at the peak right now, during a trade or even after a trade's closed, negative 2.5K, but that's only on the evaluation is where it trails like that. Once you get funded and you pay for your evaluation account, Apex will send you an email to fill out the form. Once you get that form and you fill it out, the next day you should have your PA account and you should be able to use it. To be able to withdraw money, you have to get a minimum requirement of $52,600, and the minimum amount you can withdraw is $500. The maximum you could withdraw for the first 3 months of that PA account is $2,000 2 times a month. So you can withdraw $2,000 at the beginning of the month and another $2,000 at the end of the month for 3 months. After that 3-month mark is met and Apex knows you're consistently profitable, they'll allow you then to withdraw any amount you want. The reason they do this is to filter out the gamblers so the lucky hitters don't get consistent withdrawals. There's 2 installation methods. One is through NinjaTrader, the other one is through Tradovate. I'll go over both in this video. So once you get to Apex's website using the link in the description, you want to scroll down to where all the accounts are listed. So this first row of accounts are Rithmic/NinjaTrader platform. That's the first account. This is the cheaper option. Rithmic and Ninja can only be used on Windows-based computers. And the second option down here, Tradovate and NinjaTrader plan. Tradovate can be used on Windows, Mac, and phone, so it's versatile. You could use it. The only issue with Tradovate is that it is a little bit more expensive, as well as it doesn't have group stops. You have to individually go to each one of your accounts and set your stop loss if you do trade with the stop loss. You can't put your stop loss on one account and it copies over to all your other accounts. It's a glitch it has. I'm not too sure why, but that's something I've noticed. Something else is that Tradovate doesn't have the versatility that NinjaTrader has. With NinjaTrader, you can have ATM strategies to where as soon as you enter a trade, it automatically trails for you, automatically puts your stop loss, your take profit, everything for you. It's more versatile. It's more trader friendly in a sense. So once you choose which one you want, I personally go with Rithmic Ninja. And once you're logged in, you go back to this website right here, 50K full. You press start now, you scroll down. So once you're in this page right here, you see Rithmic. You scroll down right here, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, Amex. I just put card payment number 1. Most people have issues with this, so if your transaction doesn't go through, just press the third one and see if it works. Next thing you want to do here is coupon code. For the coupon code, to have the maximum discount any time of year, you want to use the code DERO. So with this code, you have the maximum percentage off whenever you want throughout the year. Right now it's at 90% off, so once you go check out, it will be 90% off. So then what you want to do is scroll down and check all these boxes and then press next. So once you press next, you'll be at this page where you have to put your card information and purchase the account. As you can see, the original price is $167, but with the 90% off code I just gave you guys, it's $16.70. 90% discounts aren't around a lot, so at the time of watching this video, it could be 71%, it could be 80% discount, it could be 50% discount. So just bear that in mind. And once you press subscribe and pay, you do get an email sending you all your login credentials. It might take a couple hours or a day if it is your first account. Purchasing the Tradovate plan goes the same exact way. So once you purchase your valuation account, you should get an email with your login credentials that look something like this. In my case, I got the Rithmic plan, so it gave me my Rithmic login information. For you, if you got Tradeovate, it gives you your Tradeovate login information and credentials. And underneath that, you see it says NinjaTrader license key. You want to put that license key into NinjaTrader's website. So once you get to NinjaTrader, you want to make a NinjaTrader account, and then once you make that, you want to log in. Once you're logged in, you want to put all your information and open up your account. Once you're logged in, you'll see your credentials over here. Now you'll be on your homepage like this. You'll see $0. Don't worry, that's normal. What you want to do is go up here to your account user settings, go to settings, and once you're in settings, you go to plans right here. Once you press the plans option, you should see this right here, import license key. So here you want to go back to the email, copy the license key, and paste it in here and import your license key so you can start trading with live data. That's pretty much it for NinjaTrader's website. Now let's move on to the actual application. Before you go ahead and install NinjaTrader, first let's set up Rithmic Pro. Once you get to Rithmic Pro, you want to put in your user ID from the email you got and the password. You want to set the system as Apex and the gateway as Chicago area. Right here, orders on, selective load off. Skip settings, and you want to check remember me. And down here, market data off. Market data, you just want to keep it off. Once you're logged in, you'll see your evaluation account right there. And for if any reason you can't see it, you should go up here to File, go down to Trader's Dashboard, and once you press Trader's Dashboard, all your accounts should load up right here. That's pretty much it with Rithmic. Now let's move on to the NinjaTrader's application and go from there. So once you download the NinjaTrader application, you'll get a login screen like this. What you want to do is put in your account information from the account you just made on the NinjaTrader website. You do not want to put the information they gave you to log in. You want to put your own account's information. Also, note, do not sign up for a live account when opening up your NinjaTrader account. You want to log in as a simulated account. Right here, when you log in, you might get asked live or simulated. You want to stick to simulation. There we go, perfect. We're logged in. Right here, you'll see your Sim 101 account right here. And what you want to do is go to connections and then configure. Make sure to get this part right, because if you don't get this part right, you can't log in properly. So what you want to do is go to the second to last option right here, Rithmic for NinjaTrader brokerage. Once you get here, you want to press add. And once you add it right here for connection name, you can put whatever you want. I put Apex. Connect on startup. Don't check that. Username. So remember that email I showed you guys from earlier where it said Rithmic login and password, and then that you use that to log into Rithmic. You want to use that exact same username and password right here. Once you have that username and password there, down here on settings, what you want to do is instead of Rithmic 1 Chicago, I'm going to click it and go all the way down until it says Apex. And then what you want to do is press apply and then okay, and you're done. And once you did that, you could finally go to connections, press Apex, and then it'll load. And you should hear a sound like this. There you go. What you want to do after that is go to your, right here, it says new, go to chart, and this will open up. What I trade personally is ES. So I'm going to search ES right here for the instrument, and right here, ES futures. Once that opens up, I put all my settings in here. I want red candlesticks, lime green candlesticks, everything. I do not want it to plot. And then I press okay, and the chart should launch. Right here, the chart did launch, and remember by default it does launch on your Sim 101 account, so you're going to click the drop down menu and change that. Right here, to center it, you want to press this F button right here, and it does center the chart for you, and then you could go ahead and start trading. To have this chart trader open, what you want to do is up here, you want to press this chart button, and then you want to press on. To set limit orders is pretty easy. You just right click the chart right here, set limit order.
Order submitted.
Now we have a sell limit. If we want a buy limit, all we have to do is right click the bottom and put a buy limit.
Order submitted.
You successfully set up your Apex account. Congratulations. And now let's move on to Tradeovate. Okay, now we can move on to Tradeovate, which is way easier. So that login information you got last time, all you have to do is put that login information into Tradeovate. You don't need to go to NinjaTrader. You don't need to do anything. All you have to do is go copy your login information like I'm about to do here. Copy the username, copy the passcode, press login, and you might get asked, is this a professional account, non-professional? Put non-professional, and then select trading mode. You want to select simulation. We press continue. We have our evaluation account right here. We get traded right here on the chart. Quick summary on how to do limit sell and limit buy again. You want to click the chart, limit sell, boom. I have a sell right there. Once price goes there, it automatically fills you in a limit sell. That's pretty much it for Tradeovate. It's way simpler than Rithmic. So how to have grouped accounts on Tradeovate. So right here where it says accounts, you want to click that and go to manage groups. You want to name a group. So you want to press plus, name a group, test group. Once you have that, you see I have 2 evals right here, right? So what you want to do is drag that into there. So now this one group is on 2 eval accounts. So now I have quantity 1, 1. Let's say, for example, I want 2 contracts that go to this account. So I put this to 2, I press save, I press OK. Now, what you have to do is right here where it says 3 contracts, you want to keep it 3. You don't want to put 1. If you put 1, it'll only enter on 1 account. You want to put 3 contracts so the group shares those 3 contracts. So when we go to settings on that group, the total is 3 contracts. To have access to group accounts, what you want to do is go up here to settings, go to add-ons, and once you're in add-ons, there's a couple things you could do. You could have TradingView, where you could trade directly through TradingView, and also you scroll down right here, group trade, it's free. You want to press activate, and once you activate that, you restart the application and log in, and you should see manage groups, and you can create a group there and start trading with multiple accounts. Apex allows you to trade up to 20 accounts at once per household, per person. Doesn't matter if you and let's say your brother are in one household, you each can't use 20 accounts. The one household is maxed out to 20 accounts, but if there's only one person trading in the household, you alone can also have 20 accounts by yourself if no one else is using Apex.